going to hand it over to you, Yannick, to talk briefly about the EDU initiative.
Yep. So you can switch to the next slide. So as you can see with first the student club, the chapters, all the initiatives we're doing, education is at the center of it all, providing resources. Obviously, we're well known for EEG BCI because that was really the core of what NeurotechX started upon. But we're definitely expanding and want to be more 360 degrees around the whole field, from more invasive, from more neuromod as well, and really be 360 degrees. But obviously our background and also especially with student clubs and some initiatives, EEG are just a very fantastic entry door into the world of neurotech by being more accessible. There's more data, so it's easy to get started. But we're definitely trying to diversify a bit more in the coming months and years. So in terms of educational material, if we go back in 2016, we started a educational platform called Neurotech EDU. The idea was, let's try to aggregate some of the educational resources, fast track a little bit. A few years later, we've started creating different projects. As you can see on the right, some of them that I mentioned before, EEG notebook that has been used a lot across different people, different use cases, the EEG 101, our Neurotech EDU awesome list of BCI related resources that was created and very popular. I think it's a bit deprecated now, not as maintained as it used to be back in the days, but if you can see just by the number of like 500 stars on GitHub, we're definitely not doing too bad for something that we're not promoting and really showcasing anymore. A bit of revamping needs to be done on that side, but that was a very, very popular list, very useful list of BCI resources that people are using. The EDU platform, the idea was, let's try to aggregate and build curriculum around what you need to know in the field of neurotech, from the science, the more technical fashion, and then expand upon that basis, really, because we do have a lot of people coming. So we're in the community through events and things like that. We do have a good sense of what people are looking for, what is missing in the field as well, because it's not always about reinventing and recreating the same content that exists elsewhere, but really, why are people asking the same questions over and over again? Then something is missing, clearly. Google is not answering that question. So how can we put together a curriculum that does that? So I think that we've been doing really, really good in terms of providing sparse resources that are now a bit fragmented and all over the place. And EDU is a great platform, but for the content, but the experience is something that we feel was really missing. So if you go on EDU, for example, you have curriculums, you do have a bit of the content, and it was really kind of like built upon EDU 1.0 that we call an MVP. Let's try to build something and then listen to the feedback and reassess and rebuild something a bit later once we know exactly what is missing and how it should be built. So if you want to go to the next slide, Brian, we're moving towards EDU 2.0, which is more of a full LMS platform based on OpenEdX, but really aggregating also all the different resources to really have different personas and different profiles depending on what you're looking for. Our student club, as you saw earlier on, are a rich pool of people looking for more information, more tutorials, more workshops. The student clubs themselves have created a ton of workshops and a ton of educational material for their own onboarding. So what we're currently working is also trying to aggregate and build the best experience as well in terms of what's the perfect onboarding for a student club, for example, by pulling and putting all together from different the student club workshops and material. So a quick question that appeared on the chat about the LMS. So it's a learning, management system. I got a blank for a minute here. So basically, if you go on edX, Coursera, all these platforms where really you do have kind of like you have your user account and you have a journey through a course, you enroll into a course, you know that it's either ongoing or it starts at a specific point in time for 13 weeks. So you can either kind of go through and binge it, or you can just week by week as they release the content. So there are different tiers of courses, from smaller ones to bigger ones, certifications, no certifications. So this is definitely in the way that we're going at. We'll have some more introductory courses with like 1 hour, 3 hours, up to a full certification in neurotech. So we're we're working on that. So currently we've done some of the mock-ups and are about to install the platform. In terms of the two first MVPs that will be starting are the Intro to Neurotech module and the BCI 101, mainly for student clubs. So that the end goal will really be targeting student clubs. So Brian, you can switch to the next page. So currently we're in transition from EDU 1.0 towards EDU 2.0 with that new vision. We're rebuilding the team. So if you know people that would be interested or take education resources at heart, definitely invite them to join myself, Morgan, Diego, John, and other people involved in the Neurotech EDU initiative. Obviously, at this point, wouldn't be here without the contribution of so many contributors over the past 5 years that have been writing lines of codes, been working on different interfaces, building workshops, building presentations, sharing the content, sharing material. Obviously, we sit on all that material that makes it more easy to move forward and look ahead for what's coming. So more news coming soon on the EDU 2.0, definitely an exciting initiative. So I'll